After months of reports, the date of August 20th, 2021 will go down in pro wrestling history. CM Punk arrives in All Elite Wrestling during AEW Rampage, Episode 2 on TNT Television. This was his first time in the ring since leaving WWE back in 2014. Punk immediately thanked the audience in a very emotional moment for the 7 years of chanting his name. Now he is looking towards the future, and it is not part-time. CM Punk returned at the house made famous by Michael Jordan, and made his return channeling the great Jordan. Michael Jordan famously issued the same "I'm back" statement. "I'm back!" when he returned to the NBA in March of 1995, after retiring following the 1993 season, following his third straight NBA championship. Cult of Personality hit, and if you weren't there, you felt that pop even through the television. Punk walked out to a beautiful reception. There was shock. There was tears. What many fans thought would never happen was indeed unfolding in front of their eyes. Punk opened up the second episode of AEW Rampage by saying he couldn't explain everything now, but he will have time Wednesdays, Fridays, and 4 Saturdays or Sundays a year. Punk said if his choices let anyone down, he understood. But they had to understand that he was never going to get healthy staying in the same place that got him sick in the first place. He then sat in the middle of the ring and told the story of how he cried when he left Ring of Honor, saying he left professional wrestling on August 13th, 2005, but he's back on August 20th, 2021. Punk said he's back to work the young guys, and he called out Darby Allin. From the rafters, Allin and Sting looked on as Punk spoke about Allin's toughness and eagerness to find danger. Punk said that there's nothing more dangerous than wrestling CM Punk in Chicago. He said he'll see Allin, Sting, and everyone else at AEW All Out on September 5th. It was also confirmed on commentary that Allin will face Punk at AEW All Out on Sunday, September 5th. During a post-show media press conference, Punk was asked about the decision to return and what has changed in the past couple of years. He said the following, quote, "I'll go ahead and spoil that I've been talking to Tony for probably a year and a half about this. I need to be wined and dined. That's not, oh, I need more money and less dates, and oh, I need this and I need that. It was literally just talking to Tony and getting to know him. And the more people that he employed that I knew, I'd ask them questions, and they tell me things. I've been in the game for a few minutes, so I've seen that. I think I traced it back to, especially since the downfall of ECW, every 6 months to a year, somebody pops up. I have money. We're gonna have TV, and we're going to use all the ECW guys." This is not a slight on Tony at all. It's more of a slight at me being a paranoid, neurotic, anxiety-ridden, very careful person. And I wasn't in a hurry. The pandemic kind of helped that out, And I knew I couldn't debut if there's no people in the building. So I always said, timing is everything. And there were a lot of happy accidents along the way that made this possible. One of the biggest appeals of AEW looks like they show up, have a good time. Just know that I'm here. It's not a short-term thing, and I'm here to help anyone that wants help. Punk famously left WWE in January of 2014 following the Royal Rumble, and stayed away from the ring until his return tonight on AEW Rampage. He went on to do work in the UFC and became a star in a handful of movies. Before joining WWE backstage, he will also be featured in the upcoming Stars Heels show. Punk will make his first appearance on AEW Dynamite on August 25th in Milwaukee. Although non-casuals may have known this moment was potentially going to happen, no one believed it till they saw it. The show opened up with Punk's return, a smart move for AEW. One fan was shown in tears. Punk hugged fans and even jumped into the crowd. The people in attendance were going wild. Before Punk speaks, AEW goes to a commercial break, hooking the audience member. Back from commercial break, the crowd is still chanting CM Punk. He says, "You guys know how to make a guy feel like Britt Baker in Pittsburgh." Punk was also sporting a new t-shirt for AEW. We are witnessing a potential shift in the culture. AEW has been a safe space for talent that has been unhappy with their treatment and execution of their character, and rightfully so. Jon Moxley, Matt Hardy, Malachi Black, those criticizing AEW, saying this will be WWE Light, well, where you are wrong is that these talents will most likely get the creative control they want and be the best they can be due to the environment of All Elite Wrestling. And with the rumored acquisition of Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson, and the potential return of Bray Wyatt, real name Wyndham Rotunda, is AEW slowly becoming the new mainstay home of professional wrestling in the United States. But here's a question: if WWE is sold, will that alone knock WWE off their #1 spot? Who says the company that would potentially buy them would properly execute a wrestling product? The one thing about Tony Khan is he is a wrestling fan, and he has more of a grasp on what the wrestling fan currently wants, maybe more so than Vince McMahon. But regardless of all that though, if you are a fan of CM Punk, you know that his departure from WWE was not how you wanted to see his legacy end, and now you don't have to. CM Punk is officially now All Elite. What are your thoughts on the situation? Like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more from Side Note Suplex.
It feels really good to be back in Chicago. I can remember way back when we were second-class citizens and we suddenly became worldwide phenomenon. We were the talk of the town. I remember rappelling from this ceiling here down into this arena.
I remember that. Right.
I didn't plan on coming back myself, but Tony Khan gave me a call and I couldn't say no. And I'm glad that I came back, and I believe that AEW is already first-class citizens. The AEW universe is all first-class fans! And I'm not saying that for the cheap pop either, I really mean what I'm saying. Thank you, Chicago! It's showtime! We gotta hear something from Darby, don't you think? I'm gonna keep this very brief. This fucking company changed my life. And after all out, everybody will know my name. CM Punk. It'll be an honor.